Hello everyone. The hot topic among the government job aspirants currently and of utmost priority is about the changes introduced in SSC CGL exam pattern, for which the official notification has already been out. It's just 3 months for the exam now. SSC CGL Tier 1 is scheduled for December 2022, so it is important for the candidates to understand the new exam pattern. The new exam pattern is turning out to be a bit complex to understand, but here we are to help you understand the changes introduced by the Commission in the SSC CGL exam pattern, which will come into effect from the upcoming exam. So without any further ado, let's get started. Staff Selection Commission Combined Graduate Level Exam or the SSC CGL exam is one of the major governmental exams in India. SSC conducts the CGL exam once in a year to recruit the best candidates for B cadre posts under the central government. If we name some dignified cadres under the SSC CGL exam, these include Income Tax Officer, Custom Duty Inspector, GST Inspector, Divisional Accountant in the Office of Comptroller and Auditor General of India, and so on. If we talk about the old exam pattern, SSC CGL used to be a 3-tier examination wherein Tier 1 exam was based on computer-based test. Candidates who qualified Tier 1 had to appear for the Tier 2 exam, which was again a CBT exam. CGL Tier 2 exam was divided into 3 papers. Paper 1 was common for all candidates. It included 2 sections, Mathematics and English. 100 questions were asked in the Mathematics paper, while the English section had 200 questions. 2 hours were provided to solve each section. Then, there used to be a Tier 3 exam, which was a descriptive paper wherein candidates were required to write an essay and a letter in English or Hindi. The total marks for Tier 3 accounted for 100. Candidates who cleared both Tier 2 as well as Tier 3 were shortlisted for the speed typing test. The typing test for CGL exam used to be of qualifying nature. The speed requirements were 30 words per minute. In fact, the typing test was only mandatory for the post of divisional accountant and other such posts. Typing test was not mandatory for the post of inspector. After this, a final merit list based on the performance in each tier was prepared and consequently, the candidates were allotted the cadres. But things have changed now. SSC released an official notification on September 17, 2022, which represented the changes introduced by the Commission in the CGL exam from this year onward. Now the paper will be divided into 2 tiers. SSC CGL Tier 1 will be based on the same exam pattern as earlier. But here, the candidates must note that earlier the marks of Tier 1 were included while preparing the final merit list. But now, Tier 1 will be of qualifying nature. This means marks scored in Tier 1 will not be accounted for final selection. Candidates who qualify Tier 1 will be shortlisted for Tier 2. Now this is where the Commission made the major changes. Tier 2 will be divided into 3 papers. Paper 1, 2 and 3. Paper 1 will be further divided into 2 sessions and further each session will be divided into certain modules. In Paper 1, there will be 3 sections. In Section 1, there are 2 modules. Module 1 is Mathematics and Module 2 is of Reasoning Ability. 30 questions will be asked from each Maths and Reasoning module. Then in Section 2, there are again 2 modules, English and General Ability Test. 45 questions will be asked from the English language and 25 questions will be there in the GK part. So, in total, there will be 130 questions and each question will be of 3 marks. And in the last section of Paper 1, there will be a computer test knowledge. There will be 20 questions of 3 marks each in this section. Computer knowledge test has replaced the computer proficiency test, which used to be in the olden exam pattern. Computer knowledge test will be of qualifying nature. Paper 1 will also be followed by a data entry speed typing test, which, unlike earlier, is compulsory for all posts, but this will be of qualifying nature. Candidates will just need to secure the qualifying marks in the typing test, where they will be supposed to type 2000 key depressions in 15 minutes. To make it simple, you can understand that the Paper 1 of CGL Tier 2 will be having the Maths, Reasoning, English and GK sections. Marks of these 4 sections will be used to prepare the final merit, and the computer-based test and typing test will be of qualifying nature. So logically, your selection will depend upon 390 marks. This was about the pattern of Paper 1 of Tier 2 exam. Paper 1 is common for all candidates. Paper 2 is meant for the candidates who have applied for the post of Junior Statistical Officer. Paper 2 will be based on statistics consisting of 100 questions. Coming on to Paper 3, it is for the candidates who have applied for the post of Assistant Audit Officer. Paper 3 will be based on finance consisting of 100 questions. Each question in Paper 2 and Paper 3 is of 2 marks. There is negative marking of 1 by 2, which means 0.5 marks will be deducted for each incorrect response. These changes have been introduced to create a platform for the NRE-CET exam, which will be conducted from the next year onwards to screen the candidates for various government jobs. Every year, SSC used to announce 7 to 8,000 vacancies, but this year, there has been a drastic increment in the total number of vacancies as well. The number has risen to over 20,000. The reason for such a huge increment is the inclusion of postal and sorting assistant posts in the CGL exam, which earlier came under the SSC CHSL exam. So this is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for the job seekers. We hope that we were able to help you clarify all your doubts regarding the SSC CGL new exam pattern. If you have any queries, please feel free to reach us through the Q&A section available on our website. Thank you.
If you like this video, do like, share, comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel.